friend, welcome to Chrysalis Chats. My name is Tanya, and this is where we chat through all things holistic wellness and radical environmental education, what you don't get taught in school. Today's topic is animal emotions, and we are diving into it with this awesome National Geographic publication of Animal Minds, and we are going to discuss this in a second after I check in with you on how is your 7-day vegan challenge going. 7-day vegan challenge is here. It is the 4th day. Are you on this challenge? I hope you are, or maybe you're already plant-based. Rock on. Either way, let us know how this is going for you. What tips would be useful for you in this journey? What is your body feeling like? If you're 4 days into this challenge now, what are you feeling like? What are some things you're experiencing? Maybe you're detoxing a lot of crap that was just built up in your system, or maybe you're feeling awesome and like super invigorated and full of energy and you can think more clearly already. Whatever's going on, if you need support, let us know. But today we're really talking about how animals have feelings. Just like you and me, animals have feelings. And, you know, in my opinion, it's a social justice issue and an environmental justice issue to honor the fact that animals have feelings. And we all need to come together and understand that and transition ourselves to a plant-based diet that's more compassionate and really just better for us at the end of the day. It's better for you and me, you know, eating plant-based, but it's also better for our whole planet. It's the most environmentally friendly diet out there, and it's really good for the animals that you're saving in the process. As a vegan, you actually save one animal's life every single day that you're vegan. You save one innocent animal's life every single day. So if you've been following the 7-day vegan challenge and this is day 4, congratulations. After today, you can officially say, I have saved 4 animals' lives because I've been eating a plant-based diet. And for that, my friend, you are awesome. There's only one word to describe that. Awesome is it. So without further ado, emotions. I'm going to read you a little chunk here, okay? So emotions, after all, occur on a primal level. Interesting, a primal level. So with that said, with that statement alone, we can assume or we can conclude that every animal or every being that's showing life out there has some form of emotional awareness. Interesting. That isn't to say we don't use language to make sense of them, but the raw material isn't necessarily felt any less powerfully in its absence, and there's fast-growing evidence of language-like communication in many other animals. Some things are still difficult to know. What does it feel like to be an octopus controlling his color-shifting skin, or a hummingbird perceiving Earth's magnetic fields? We talked about that in a previous video. And biology isn't equivalent in every species. Amphibians, for example, lack neurological structures and certain hormones that are important to emotions in humans. That doesn't automatically mean that frogs lack feelings, but they might experience them in unique ways. Someday, perhaps, we'll better understand them. In the meantime, we do well to simply appreciate that the animal world isn't just brainy, it's full of heart too. And I think that is such a beautiful statement, that animals not only have intelligence, which we've talked about in previous videos, but they have emotions and just the feeling of being scared. Like, sit with that for a second. I mean, think of a time, if you will, that you were scared. Think of a time that you were frightened. And now transpose that feeling onto an animal's experience when they're living in a cage, confined, because they're meant to be on our plate. As far as this industrial system that we're in is concerned, right? Or even a local small farming system, you know, there's still that experience of fear. Oh, there's a butterfly. I don't know if you saw them on frame, but that was a beautiful swallowtail. I think that was spirit being like, yeah, girl, tell them. But with that said, you know, animals have feelings. They experience fear. They experience joy. They experience play, just like you and me. And so to think that we're somehow better or inherently you know, have the right to kill an animal, to take away their life for us to ingest it is a little bit arrogant, you know, and I don't say that to hurt anybody's feelings watching this or to make anybody feel, you know, sad with themselves or anything like that, but I do want to, you know, gently urge you from a place of compassion and a heartfelt place of love for not only you as an individual being, but for the animals who you'll save in a transition to a plant-based diet. I do want to say that to you, that, you know, this is a power that you hold. You can, as a human being, decide that you're not going to eat animals. You're not going to continue the cycles of pain and oppression. You're going to choose liberation and compassion and peace and health your own personal health, but the health of our world, the health of our culture, the health of the individual animals whose lives you're saving, one a day to be specific as a vegan. But with that, let us continue on to the topic of play. So, that play isn't serious doesn't mean it's unimportant. Play can be training for life and a way of learning about the world. So there's a little title here called Life Skills. That play isn't serious doesn't mean it's unimportant. Social play can be training for life. Those tumbling coyotes are practicing skills that later will be useful and getting key lessons about fairness, etiquette, and how to interpret and convey intent. A big dog who won't allow a smaller partner to get the upper paw sometimes soon finds himself without playmates, and so does he learn to restrain himself. The same can be said in wallabies. Play with objects such as a kitten with string or a crow with a stick can also be a way of learning about the world. Consider the physics lesson intrinsic to wielding a stick and exploring possibilities. It's no coincidence that the most creative soccer players are those who spend their childhoods with a ball constantly at their feet, discovering its potential. And in this statement, my friends, we have an awesome kind of visual representation of this concept and how animals learn through play and how humans learn through play as well. So, they use the example of the soccer player. One of my favorite soccer players, no surprise, Cristiano Ronaldo. Amazing soccer player, sick skills, just sick, right? If you're into soccer, I hope you like him. If you don't, I get it. He's very confident and sometimes can come off kind of egotistical or whatever, but I think he's a pretty grounded guy at the end of the day. He's a workaholic and a skilled mastermind. I'll leave it at that, okay? I digress off the Cristiano Ronaldo comments, okay? But through play, like with these adorable little fox you see here, these little foxes, aren't they cute? They're actually learning, okay? They learn through play. So coyotes and fox and birds of all sorts, in addition to human beings, we all learn through play. So my background, I spent a lot of time, many hours, many years doing environmental education for children, okay? And through that process, I've learned that you can combine the most brainy analytical stuff, the content, the processes or whatever, into play. And if you can incorporate the most brainy, complex issues or whatever the case may be, topics into a play-like setting, your children are gonna understand that topic a lot more naturally because play is natural. Simply stated, it's very natural for us all, whether we're humans or a fox or a coyote or a bird, it's natural for us to play. So you learn better when you play, and that's really the summary of this. And we can see how not only does that statement apply to the human beings, but the animals, okay? So, in today's video, I really wanted to just kind of help you see how we can experience emotions and how play is something that's more appealing at an animal level, just like it would be at a human level. So I'll leave you with this. It's a case study on bee feelings, okay? So after honeybee hives are shaken, the bees react pessimistically to ambiguous cues, namely a scent halfway between sweet and bitter. When fed a sugary treat, bumblebees behave optimistically. The effect vanishes if they're given a drug that neutralizes dopamine, a neurotransmitter vital to our own moods, underscoring that bees too might be emotional. You think so? Perhaps that shouldn't be surprising. They have memories, self-awareness, and sophisticated brains with features analogous to our own. Whether they experience positive or negative states in a matter we'd recognize as happiness and sadness is unknown. But it's no stretch to think that when you next pass a profusion of buzzing blooms, those bees are pleased. And I think that's a really good just summary of how we can see that different chemicals and other beings that also possess chemical receptors influence their mood and how they're portraying themselves to the world, how they're interfacing. These bees have been sad and happy in different circumstances, which shows us that animals and insects, living beings, reflect whatever their experience is. that they're having. And so, with this, I just want to leave you with, the next day of the 7-day vegan challenge. Today is day 4. Tomorrow is day 5. I hope to see more and more people really pushing through to the end of this. And if you're seeing this video at a later date and you're in day 1 or something as you see this, congratulations. But in this week, we're in day 4. So I really, 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 really hope that this video helped show you just how you can connect with animals at an emotional level, and the fact that animals too share emotions. And I think that, anybody who has had a pet dog, a pet cat, you've probably experienced this. If you have an animal at home, you can see when your animal is sad just as much as you can see when your animal is happy, just as much as you can see when your animal is concerned. Maybe you're crying and you're having a bad day, or you yourself had a loss, okay? And then your animal comes up to you in a compassionate act of concern. These are feelings that animals share with us. And so if you're ingesting animals who have been slaughtered in a really inhumane scene, on your plate, then you're contributing to the pain of other sentient beings who feel just like you and me. However, if you're participating in this awesome 7-day vegan day challenge, or 7-day vegan challenge, or if you're just a plant-based person in general, you're actually supporting life, and you're supporting compassion, and you're supporting literally the life-saving act of eating plants, because every day that you're vegan, you save one animal's life, okay? Every day that you are vegan, you save an animal's life, okay? And that is extraordinary. If you're choosing the compassionate path, and you're not losing anything in the process, you're still having milk, but it's almond milk, you're still having cheese, but it's, Daiya cheese, some pea protein based cheese, then you're part of the solution, okay? Not only are you being compassionate, but you're being healthier to your own body. You're being compassionate to yourself, because you're setting yourself up for success in the process of showing empathy for other living creatures. And for that, my friend, you are awesome. There's no other word to describe it. And I also wanted to thank you, whether you are a small baby caterpillar just starting off in your metamorphosis, or a full-fledged butterfly. I just want to thank you because you are part of the solution, okay? No matter where you are in that process. So give yourself a pat on the back, a big hug, whatever it is that you need right now. Congratulations, stay strong, and comment down below. Be sure to follow Chrysalis Chats on Instagram, like us on Facebook, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, and again, do let us know in the comments, how is your vegan experience going? Have a blessed day.